Hello, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel of the Squadrant. I'm Mazu, and today we are going to make our Styrian Grand Prix video. If you did miss the previous one of the French Grand Prix, then be sure to check that one out because it was a really solid Grand Prix for us. So we've dominated this Grand Prix and we've won, I think, by 48 seconds or something around that one. So today with the Styrian Grand Prix, so I have decided that we are going to make the qualifying as the Styrian Grand Prix and the race as the Austrian Grand Prix next week on Sunday. So now you can see the standings, and let's get on with the video. So let's get in our qualifying session. So if you maybe you can see it, so it is lightly raining. So in case of the tires which we are using in qualifying, it will be really interesting if we are going out on softs or on intermediates. So let's see how heavy the rain is going to get. So the rain is going to stop during this qualifying session, and in the race it will be sunny. So I think to get out on the dries right now will be the best decision, but we are going to jump a bit of time, so go forward a bit to around 12 minutes remaining in the session. And Jeff is saying that the slicks are still the best tire to get out on in this session. So now this is a new perspective which is also in the menu of the qualifying. So we are going through the drivers who are making their laps. So if you liked this one and I should do that in further Grand Prix videos, then hit that like button and write in the comments that you've liked that one. So now we are going to all the drivers who are making their flying laps. Grosjean is now on P2 with a stonking lap of 1 minute 11.077. So nice lap from him. And Danny Kvyat in the AlphaTauri right now is on first place. So things are going to change during this qualifying session. Now to our POV, we are now starting our flying lap. So with 10 minutes remaining, around 10 minutes remaining. So today we are going to make a sightseeing lap because otherwise the video will be too short, and it is it's going to rend it a bit, so I don't need to do the track guide for this one. So turn 1, a lot of mistakes were made in qualifying last year and also in free practice, Vettel and Latifi. And here turn 2 is in the straight, the little wave, and turn 3 is the turn where Verstappen likes to overtake, really. 2019 against many cars after he was dropped back the field after his very bad start. Turn 4 is the turn where Hamilton and Albon collided last year, and here turn 5 you need to drive it carefully. Turn 6 and 7 are the turns which are across the Red Bull ring logo, the Red Bull, and turn 8 is really nice and clean. You need to drive because if you don't do that, you will ruin your lap. And turn 11 and turn 9 and turn 10, you need to drive careful too, because Max Verstappen last year in the rain, he has spun in that last 2 turns and ruined his lap. So yeah, that was the track guide, the sightseeing lap, the track guide. And today we are going to make 2 laps on these softs, not as in other Grand Prix, because it is drying now, and we've gained more than a second. If you can see on the top right of our screen on the delta time, nearly a second across the line, and we are P1 with, I think, over 1 second ahead of Danny Kvyat in P2. So things are going to change. I know in the further qualifying in that further Q1, but I'm thinking that we don't need to go out for another lap because we are in P1. Over 3 seconds clear to George Russell in last place, and now we are looking on Carlos Sainz, who is the only one to start a final flying lap right now. And let's see what he's doing on his lap. So he started it right now, and he's right now he's in P16, so he need to improve to don't knock out in Q1. So let's move alongside him on his flying lap. So the first sector with a 16.666, so better than ours. Let's say it like this. So I think the track is now fully dry, and I think but I think we are going to stay in the box because it might be that our lap time will be enough to get us through into Q2, but let's see. So now he is in turn 6 and 7. The nice Red Bull, I think you saw it in the background, and this is the chicane 7 and 8, where Daniel Ricciardo has made a mistake last year but still managed to get through into the second part of qualifying, and there really solid from him was the place where Verstappen spun, and now this turn really clean and nice, and now the line will greet him across the line with a 1 minute point 691. He is on first, so he has gone fastest of all by I think nearly 2 seconds to us, because if we are remembering, we've done 1 minute 9 point I don't know what, but 1 minute point 9. So I think he will be through into Q2, and Albon is now in the bottom 5, so he needs to improve too to don't knock out in Q1. So let's see. Right now nobody is out instead of Carlos Sainz, who's now doing his in-lap to get back into the box and wait until the end of Q1, because I think he's safely through. So now let's follow him on his in-lap. So the rain has stopped to fall right now. Sorry that there are still the German words, but I finally managed to change the commentator's voice into English, so I managed it right now, so leave a like for that one. And now we are following Sainz into the box, and now he is in the pit lane, and I think this will be his qualifying over for Q1, because with his time he will be safely through, I think, into Q2. So now let's see what we are going to do. I still don't think that it might be better that we are staying into the box and don't go for another flying lap, because we are still in P2, so I don't think it makes any difference if we are going to make another lap to get through into Q2. But let's see, and let's move on a bit to go onto the 1 minute 40 signal. So lots of cars are now going onto the track to do their outlap to start their final flying lap. So here we can see Norris, we can see Albon, our teammate, we can see Ocon, we can see Latifi, Pierre Gasly, Ricciardo, Perez, Leclerc, Bottas, and Hamilton. So this will be really interesting. And Kvyat in the AlphaTauri, and Russell, who I've named before. So now it is too late to start another final flying lap, so we've decided to stay in alongside Giovinazzi, Stroll, Vettel, and Grosjean. So all of us 5 are hoping to get through into the second part of qualifying without doing another fast lap. So let's see how it goes. Latifi just started his final flying lap, so I think he will be caught up with the traffic if he's unlucky. And Perez started his final flying lap, so let's follow him along until till the first sectors. So let's see. He is coming up to the first sectors line right now, and he has done a 16.438, so a nice and clean and even faster than Sainz's first sector from Sergio Perez. And George Russell is starting now his final flying lap. He's in last place, so we need to improve, as does Kimi Räikkönen and Kevin Magnussen, 19th and 18th. And now let's see, we've got only 10 seconds remaining on the clock, and Norris and Albon and Ocon and Latifi all need to improve too. So let's now move on to the end of the qualifying. Albon in P5, and we've knocked out in Q1 in P16, so to stay into the box, into the garage, was the wrong decision. And Sebastian Vettel, 3 times in a row now, has knocked out in Q1. In Azerbaijan, it was a bit unlucky. I don't know why, but he was a bit unlucky there. In France, he was unlucky because of his mechanical failure. In Azerbaijan, he was slow, but he still managed to finish the points, and now he's again knocked out in Q2. In Q1. This time, cause of the confusion with the tires and the lap times. So yeah, but we've done the same mistake, and alongside out in Q1 are Grosjean, Stroll, and Antonio Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo. And now this will be huge for the championship because Hamilton is on pole. So I don't know if we could stop him winning this Grand Prix, but we need to finish ahead of him to have to close the gap down even further. So this will be really interesting in case of the championship. Paris in P3 for Racing Point and 4th for Ricciardo in Renault, so on the F1 2020 game. We still have the old drivers and the old teams, so Racing Point instead of Aston Martin, and Renault instead of Hülkenberg, and Kvyat in the AlphaTauri instead of Yuki Tsunoda, like it is on this game. So the F1 2021 game will be out on in a month, so probably in a month, so on the 16th of July, and I will buy it in December because I need to finish the Grand Prix series and the My Driver series. So as we're now looking on the lap times of the others, the most of them gained over 7 seconds by their last lap. But guys, if you did enjoy that video, then please subscribe our channel and activate the bell and like this video and write in the comments below what you thought about it. Also negative things to give us a feedback, and don't miss part 2, which is taking part next week as the Austrian Grand Prix. But till then guys, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.